Hi there. August 26, 2019. Not sure what the weather is like where you are, but in San Diego, it is very hot. So it's nice to be seeing the end of the day here. I have a rant and a plea both here. So the rant is related to the Kurbo App by Weight Watchers. They're calling it WW now. We all know that WW stands for Weight Watchers, and that's the point of the entire thing, to watch your weight. And because it's not enough that we adults do that, we think kids should also do it too, apparently. So children as young as 8, the Kurbo app is available to them. There's no requirement that it be used only under medical supervision. You don't need a doctor's note to access it, any of that sort of stuff. And it exists to teach 8-year-olds and older the same strategies that people with anorexia use when they're very, very ill and very much in their sickness. So the other side of that, in addition to sort of just teaching the dieting, we know that one of the reasons dieting is bad is because it's weight stigmatizing, and it actually leads to, those dieting and weight stigma actually are drivers of obesity. So, yay, return customers for life. You can spend 60 years never quite doing it right, but keep sending that check in every month and giving it the old college try. I am upset about the Weight Watchers app, but I'm not really surprised because I expect Weight Watchers to be a capitalist company intent on making money, and I'm not as concerned as I would like them to be about, sort of all the ins and outs of how that happens and lifetime risk for kids. It is distressing because I have many, many friends whose children's eating disorder was triggered by a negative energy balance, which came from a nurse, a doctor, someone at school suggesting that their BMI was a little high and maybe they should just lose a little weight. So that's very sad on that level. What I'm even more upset about today, though, is the fact that it has, sort of as things start to come out about this, there are a lot of people, big players, big researchers, big clinicians in the eating disorders field who served on the advisory board or were in the early feedback stages when this app was being planned, and so gave their stamp of approval for it. It's pretty horrifying, to be honest with you, and very, very disappointing. And I'm not going to go ahead and sort of go through the list of people. If you're interested, you can, sort of do the research and all that stuff yourself. But what I want to do is turn this into something remotely positive, because I'm feeling pretty negative about it right now. So what I want to do is ask you to join F.E.A.S.T. Families Empowered in Supporting Treatment of Eating Disorders. F.E.A.S.T. is the only group I'm aware of that represents only families and their loved ones, that does not take money from any treatment centers, grants related to obesity research, any of that sort of stuff that would sort of muddy the waters. So when F.E.A.S.T. Takes a position, you can be sure that position is 100% related to what families of loved ones with eating disorders need. And that's what F.E.A.S.T. is going to be doing with the Kurbo app. A statement will be coming out. As a board member of F.E.A.S.T., I'm happy to have been, in the discussion with that as it was being written, and think it's really, really important. So if, like me, you think that it's really important that families have a separate, distinct voice whose agenda is not muddied by any financial concerns, financial ties, any of those conflicts of interest at all, I would really love for you to take the time after you watch this video and just pop on the F.E.A.S.T. website and join, and get on the mailing list so you can keep apprised of things like this. The URL for the website is F.E.A.S.T, F-E-A.S.T, ed.org. So feast-ed.org, and that'll take you, sort of all where you need to be. And it's my hope that one positive that will come out of this is more people, so that the next time some really awful, terrible idea like this comes out, we maybe have enough clout to stop it instead of just rail against it once it's already out on the market. I am unequivocally sure that there will be children who use this who come to harm at one level or the next. And that is a shame. That is a tragedy. And out of that shame and tragedy, I hope we can move forward with a strong, unified parent voice, moms, dads, husbands, wives, aunts, uncles, everyone coming together and serving just families and their loved ones with eating disorders. So thanks for listening. Hopefully next time we'll talk about something a little less ranty, and hopefully it'll be a little less hot where you are and where I am as well. So thank you for listening.